So, man.
Hey, what's up, man?
Congratulations on the win. That one looked like it was a tough, grueling fight that you had to pull it out of the bag. Do you feel the same way now you've had a few minutes to think about it? How are you happy with your performance?
I'm super happy, given the time frame on that one. Dude was tough. So I'm excited and happy, thrilled. A lot of weight's off my shoulder.
Yeah. Was there a lot of pressure on you because of the time frame change and everything?
Yeah, a lot of pressure, given that situation and this number. But yeah, it was stressful. A lot of stress on me, and just being in there fighting, determined, saying that to myself like, hey, you got this. Giving glory to God, just trying to relieve that pressure, and I did it.
Is it? I mean, obviously, winning a fight is rewarding, but is it extra rewarding to know that you can back yourself in these situations and push yourself and come through victorious? Like you can put yourself in a situation and still force the way to win.
Yes. To know that in the back of my mind, to push myself to win regardless of the situation, that's like a super plus for me, So I'm blessed to know that I have that ability. So yeah, I'm just so happy.
That's nice, man. Talk about the fight itself. You hit him with some bombs, and it looks like the guy was just willing to keep coming and keep coming. Was there ever a moment where you're like, man, why are you awake still?
Yeah, I hit him, and he was there, and I was like, I'm geeked up. I'm like, yeah, man. I was excited for the young guy to ready to fight and whatnot. And then he shot the double and grappled me. I said, God damn it.
Again and again
yeah.
and again.
Yeah, so given that, I fought that, and but when we had those moments where we were just, hitting each other, I was at all. I was having fun. Yeah.
How tired were we in round 3? It looked like both of you were like pretty tired in round 3.
Oh yeah, I was dog ass tired, man. I mean, just like this dog with the short arms. What is that? Boston. Do you know it? No, not a Yorkie. I don't know. It's a dog with tiny arms, and you can't. It can't. No. Just give it up. My brother had one.
French.
Anyway, we took this dog to the beach, and it started to jog, and it almost died. That was me.
This is a weird question, but so when you're that tired, if like you get kind of kicked in the nuts or whatever, a little bit of you like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. Like to take a couple of minutes.
Yeah, right. I was going to take longer, but the ref was like, "Come on, man." I was like, "All right, come on." So yeah, I went back in there and started fighting.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Alonzo right here.
Hey,
how's you doing? Congrats on the win. What do you think it says about yourself that you had a lot to lose, like you mentioned? Julius was making his debut. He's younger. You have a lot more experience. But you were hanging in there with him. We sort of talked about how tired you were. But how much do you feel like your experience led you to the win tonight? Just with again, it was a dogfight, and you ended up coming out on top.
Yeah. Having that experience in those battles I had previously. Looking at Julius, I'm like, hey, man, you're going to need a whole lot more than that. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I was just ready, man. Regardless of what he wanted to do, I was ready. And, I mean, truth be told, I'll die for this, So it is what it is. And people are like, do you mean it? I fucking mean it.
I can tell. Intense stare there. I was going to say, too, one of the things we talked about on Media Day was you being back at Fortis. Did you feel different in there, just being, like, with the whole fight week and everything, just being at your old camp and going through what you used to be, being there? Did this fight feel a bit different than other fights just because you're sort of back to your roots?
Yeah. Being back, Texas, family, all around, gym, my own family, it just felt, right. To take this on short notice, I'm like, I'm in the right position. And, I just kept getting signs. God was telling me. And I'm like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, and it was a marathon out there. I know you're tired. Have you thought about what's next? Or are you going to, let's see how the rest of the weekend goes and then kind of reassess as far as when you want to get back in there and who you want to fight?
Right, as soon as possible. I mean, I know I had a car in London, so we'll see where that goes. And if we got to extend that, me and him will go at it. If not, I mean, sky's the limit. But, I need to work. So, I mean, give me some work, right?
Just one looking at your opponent, I think a lot of people are excited to see another young prospect come up. Do you feel like he'll learn from this? Do you think he's going to take something away from this? And do you see that he maybe has a bright future in the UFC?
Yeah, definitely do have a bright future. Julius is, I mean, he's a shocker. Given his stature, I thought the dude was going to be weak. You know, he was solid, like Jimmy Crute. But, you know, he's younger. And in a sense, Jimmy Crute is young too, but he's younger in the sense of, like, his strength it's to a point where you can't recognize it. So when you can't recognize someone that's strong, shit, that's scary. So that opponent, him, once he starts to put his hands together, yeah, it's going to be a problem.
And I know, just touching one off, I know about the return to Fortis. You know, felt good to have the big bodies that you were training against, doing the good work. But then you come in here and Fight Night and having guys like Ryan Spann and guys in your corner. How good did it feel to just have those guys to keep you at ease coming into a big fight?
Yeah, having Ryan and coach, I mean, it was a blessing because they calmed me down. Because, you know, on the weigh-in, I was geeked up. I was ready. I was going to go out there and just throw the sink at them. But they told me, hey, go 80. Get in that 80 miles. Just cruise. Don't go all the way to 100. And that helped me out. And, you know, having Ryan, you know, big body, helping me out. When Julius was grabbing me, I was like, oh, man, Ryan's a lot heavier.
Yep.
So, I mean, that helped out a lot. I mean, big thanks to my boy, Ryan. Yeah, seriously, that helped.
Speaking of big guys, you know, it's on paper he was 6'4", you're listed at 6, but on the ceremonial weigh-ins when you guys got opposite, did he look bigger than 4-inch difference to you? He looked bigger. He looked bigger than just 6'4".
Yeah, I'm shit. Hell if I know, man. Look, I was a linebacker. They kept telling me, hey, man, you're too small, you're too skinny. And this dude's tall, this dude big. It don't matter. I was laying their ass out.
That's
Don't matter. Right on.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you. Thank y'all.